Welcome to painting our Thiebaud cupcakes with Mr. Nowski. Let's get started. A few things that you need to know today. We're using tempera paint. You really need to make sure you clean your brushes, and I have a few tips and tricks for painting a cupcake. Now, first thing to remember, when you dip your brush, you want to try to not get it on the metal portion of the brush. You want to try to keep all the paint on the tip of the brush. Next, as you paint, you might need to leave it on the paper, or you might want to pick it up. If you pick it up, don't drop it, right? So if I'm picking it up to paint this and I go all the way around, right, I want to make sure that I'm holding it over the table and not getting paint on the table. Another tip or trick is when you're painting, it doesn't matter if you get paint on the paper. It's just a scrap sheet of paper. What you don't want to do is paint on here on purpose. That just makes it messy. And then if you touch that part of the paper, then you're going to get paint on your finger. I'm going to just keep turning my cupcake on the paper to get all my sides and check back in with you when I finished the bottom. In order to check that I did not miss a spot, I turned my paper around a few times, and I might have to paint a little bit in between the coils very carefully. When you need to switch colors, the first thing you do is you wipe your brush on the paper towel. If you just stick it right into your water cup at first, your water is going to get really dirty. So first you wipe it, then you rinse it, and then you wipe it again. Right? You might need to paint around your sprinkles. This is the strategy I would use. I am going to take my paint and carefully go around to start with, because then I could always paint a different color on my sprinkle later if I get some paint on it, right? And it's not really that big of a deal because sprinkles are all different colors. Again, I keep turning my cupcake to get different spots. I'll check back in with you when I'm finished. All right, I finished painting the top of my cupcakes around my sprinkles, but I want to make my sprinkles a different color. What do I need to do with my brush? Can I stick it in my water cup right away and swirl it around? Hopefully you know, no, it's better to wipe it off first on your paper towel, then rinse it, and then wipe it again so that you're not getting your water too dirty. Right, when you're painting your sprinkles, I would try to do the same color sprinkles a few at a time. So if I wanted to do some green sprinkles, I might do a few green sprinkles and then switch my color a few times so that I'm not cleaning my brush every single time. Also, this is getting a little orange and it looks a little dirty. I'm going to start wiping my brush off again because I don't want the color to be dirty. I want it to be nice and bright, and I'm just going to paint over it. Right, trying to get my white spots, but I'm not perfect. I'll check back in with you when I'm finished with my sprinkles. I finished my sprinkles and I finished my cherry. Remember, a few pieces of advice. If you pick up your cupcake, don't drop it. Don't also pick it up by where the paint is. It's probably wet. If you need to paint, you turn it in a circle so that you can get all the different parts. You can paint like a little bit on your paper if it's by accident, like if I'm painting the bottom of my cupcake here and a little bit gets on my paper, that's okay, but don't do it on purpose. Last but not least, make sure you paint the icing before you paint the sprinkles and do a final spin to check that there's no white spots. Even though we're not perfect, we just try our best. These are going to look amazing. I can't wait to see how yours turn out.